Would you be executed for your belief in Christ? Did you know that in the Bible it says that Christians will be beheaded and decapitated in end times for their belief in Christ? Now, I don't know about you, but how would we be using these old school guillotines to decapitate people if it were the end times? Well, that's a great question you ask. Let's take a little trip back to history lane back in Obamacare, where legal execution by guillotine was formally introduced. So back when I was 18 years old and not realizing what Obamacare was, there was so much stuff that they wrote in there. They actually wrote in legal execution. They actually wrote in legal execution by guillotine. Because in the first seal, they divide and conquer the world. And in the Bible, it does say that men will be slain in war, basically, for the second seal. And the third seal says a quart of wheat for a day's wages, meaning famine, y'all. And it looks like we're paying a lot for our coffee, shall we say, when we go out and have lunch, right? So if you think that it's possible the first three seals might have already been enacted, we might be stepping up onto the fourth seal, which is what? Death, right? Which leads to the fourth seal of Revelation, which is what? Death, right? And how would a bunch of people die? Well, what if a digital attack on our grid happened where we had no power? Well, the food trucks and supplies and medicine trucks, like we wouldn't have, everything would come to a halt, and a lot of people would not survive that time. Oh, and then what do you know? When the power comes back on, because they have a plan for everything, just like when they had a plan for the 2020 pandemic 3 months before the pandemic happened, and they coincidentally called the training a COVID-19 training. And then the pandemic happened, and then the same company had a training for a digital attack on our grid just within the last couple of years. So, well, just in case the power comes back on, and they ask us to take these microchips, I firmly believe that's when the mark of the beast will be strongly suggested, and people won't want that, and they will strongly suggest Christians to be executed because they believe that Christians, whatever, like, it's not far off. It's not far off from it actually being real, if you really think about it, when you connect all these dots. Like, the revealing of the Antichrist is upon us. Get ready, y'all. Get ready for Jesus.